to 5:30 p.m. But that notwithstanding, we've been having lead councils requesting for some more time. And just like it happened yesterday, today will not be an exception. But we'll be waiting to see how that unfolds. But this being the last part of the hearing and determination, already 2 hours are already underway for the Defense Council to prosecute their matter in defense of Governor Kawira Mwangza. They have about 2 hours remaining. The Speaker in the morning allocated them 4 hours, just like the prosecution team that was allocated 4 hours yesterday. When the House resumes after lunch, any moment from now, we will be having question as well as requests for clarification by senators after the defense team is done with submission of its defense. Remember, up to this particular moment, the team...
Removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Kawira Mwangza, the Governor of Meru County.
So, Council, before you start, just to remind you that you have 1 hour 55 minutes to conclude the presentation of the Governor's case. You may proceed.
Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members, may I remind the witnesses that is still under oath through the chair.
Thank you. I'm aware I'm still under oath.
Thank you. Mr. Munene, may we proceed from where we had stopped, but we'll be moving to the second issue. The motion for impeachment before the Senate. The second issue accused of the governor is failing to appoint chairpersons of the Meru County Revenue Board, Meru Microfinance Corporation, Meru Youth Service Board, and Meru County Investment and Development Corporation Board. What's your response to that, Mr. Munene?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable members. The governor has been accusing of failing to appoint the chairpersons of the Meru County Revenue Board, Meru Microfinance Corporation, Meru Youth Service Board, and Meru County Investment and Development Corporations as required by the law. I wish to state that by virtue of the information that has come within me, that's an allegation that is not true. The County Secretary, by a letter dated 18th June 2023, forwarded to the County Assembly the name of Japhet Dumba Idinji as a nominee chairperson of the Meru County Revenue Board. The process of appointment of these chairpersons starts by the governor forwarding the list of nominees to the Assembly for approval. And it is only once the Assembly has approved.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm sorry for intervention, but I would seek your guidance that the witness directs us to the place where that evidence is for, so that we are able to follow. Most obliged.
Thank you. I was getting there, Mr. Speaker.
Now get there fast.
Thank you.
Because as you explained, we need to be on that page. So start with the page containing that document, so that when all the senators are there and other parties are there, you can now proceed to explain yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is on page 53 of the Governor's Board of Documents, Volume 1B, page 53. There's a letter there dated 18th June 2023, received by the Office of the Clerk at the County Assembly on 21st June 2023. And the Governor and the Executive Member in charge of Finance, pursuant to Section 6 of the Meru County Revenue Board Act, is forwarding the list of nominees for the chairperson and 2 members of the County Revenue Board. Mr. Speaker and honorable members, page 57 of the same bundle of documents, it's a letter dated 21st June 2023, received in the office of the clerk of the County Assembly of Meru on the same date. It is forwarding the list of the chairperson and 2 members for approval by the County Assembly, forwarding the list, specifically the name of Harriet Karamana Gitonga Kadhata as the chairperson of Meru County Investment and Development Corporation. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, page 58 of the same bundle of documents is a letter dated 21st June 2023, forwarding the list of chairperson and members, nominee members, for approval by the County Assembly pursuant to Section 6 of the Meru County Youth Service Act. That letter has been received on 21st June 2023, and of importance is that the name of Kimathi Mutembei Dennis is the chairperson that is being, the governor is seeking approval so that she can appoint. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, after this letter, the County Assembly drew a letter dated 21st July 2023. The clerk of the County Assembly wrote to the County Secretary. That is in page 60, volume 1B, a letter that is in page 60, volume 1B, whereby the clerk of the County Assembly is saying that my office is unable to recommend the list for their consideration to be transmitted to the County Assembly for action, largely because they observe that there's some missing information regarding the status of offices, as some of the offices sought to be filled and substantive office holders. And by a similar letter that appears on page 61 of volume 1B, the clerk of the County Assembly is seeking, it's a reminder letter, followed by the letter that was received on 21st July 2023. And Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in response to that letter, the County Secretary and End of Public Service wrote a letter dated 18th September 2023. It appears on page 54 of volume 1B of the same bundle of documents. And in this letter, saying that it indicates that reference is made to the above subject matter and your letter dated 31st August 2023. The nominees of the County Revenue Board are made in anticipation of their lapse of term on 14th December 2023. All the other offices fell vacant by way of natural attrition. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, on page 55 is another letter from the County Secretary directed to the Clerk of the County Assembly, which is a polite reminder. It has been received the same date, it's dated 11th January 2024. On 21st March, page 56, volume 1B. On 21st March 2024, the County Secretary still wrote another reminder to the Clerk of the County Assembly of Meru, and subsequently, Mr. Speaker and honorable members, by a letter dated 15th July 2024. It's in the County Assembly's bundle of documents. Volume 1. Is it volume 1? This one.
As you check on that, Mr. Munene, is that a demonstration of compliance from High Excellency the Governor?
It is a demonstration of compliance, and of importance is that the letter, the dated 31st August, that is on page 61, which appears on volume 1B of the Governor's bundle of documents, the Clerk of the County Assembly is indicating that they have learned, indicating that the County Assembly, County government, this is to kindly make a follow-up on the requested information to facilitate the commit of the 400 names to the various semi-autonomous bonds of the county government of Meru to the relevant committee of the County Assembly for vetting and consideration, excluding the nominees of the Meru County Alcoholic Drinks Control Board, whose nomination has been since committed to the relevant committee of the County Assembly for vetting and consideration. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, despite the Clerk of the County Assembly confirming that the list for the Meru County Alcoholic Drinks Control Board and been laid to the relevant committee by 31st August 2023. To date, that vetting is yet to be concluded. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, volume 2 of the County Assembly documents, page 60, is the letter I was referring to, dated 15th July 2024. And in this letter, dated 15th July 2024, the County Secretary is indicating that is making a follow-up of those, the position of the nominees, whether they have been approved or not, and indicates that to date, the County Assembly has deliberately failed to approve and or communicate its rejection of the nominees to the County Executive despite constant reminders. Despite constant reminders. This is a letter dated 15th July 2024. And my emphasis, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, on that statement, despite constant reminders, is because I'm aware that yesterday the Clerk of the County Assembly appeared before this honorable House and indicated that the letters, the 3 letters that I have mentioned, that is the letter dated, the letter appearing on the letter appearing on page 54, 55, and 56 of the Governor's bundle of documents, that they are disputed. Those letters are disputed. The Clerk of the County Assembly indicated they have never received any letter for a reminder.
Thank you. I think that point has been exhausted. Let's proceed to the next issue. The next accusation is that the Governor has refused to implement resolutions of the Assembly to dismiss the County Secretary, Dr. Kiambi Tambura, and the Chief of Staff, Mr. Gatobu Nchamba. What's your answer to that, Mr. Munene?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. The Governor has been accused of refusing to implement the resolution of the County Assembly requiring the dismissal of the County Secretary and the Chief of Staff. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I'm aware of the information that, by virtue of the position that I hold, that once a report of the committee of the County Assembly has been discussed, that report has to be tabled. Once a report has been prepared of a petition, the report has to be tabled in the County Assembly, and resolutions pursuant to that report made. Thereafter, the resolutions and the answer for that sitting adopting the report is supposed to be forwarded to the executive or to the governor to implement the resolution. I can confirm that the document that the County Assembly seeks to rely on do not include a resolution. They do not include any answer showing whether the report that for the joint committee was adopted by the Assembly or not. So to that end, there is no resolution to accuse the governor of not implementing.
Thank you, Mr. Mnene. Quickly, as a practitioner of law, does the County Assembly have mandate to dismiss a County Secretary and Chief of Staff as officers in the office of the Governor?
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I'm not aware of a provision in law that mandates the County Assembly to dismiss the County Secretary or the Chief of Staff. To the best of my knowledge, in reference to a decision of Kilifi High Court in Owen by the Kilifi County Government, the former County Secretary of Kilifi County, the decision of that case indicates that the County Assembly can only move a censure motion against the County Secretary. The provision of the law, Section 44 of the County Government, talks of removal of the governor, the removal of the County Secretary by the governor. That the governor may remove the County Secretary in pursuant, subject to the terms and conditions of the contract of service.
Thank you, Mr. Mnene. The next question will be, the governor has been accused of illegally dismissing Dr. Ntoiti, CEO of County Revenue Board, Paul Mwaki, CEO Liquor Board, Kenneth Kimathi Mbae, Managing Director, Meru Microfinance Corporation, and Josephine Kithure, CEO, MEWAS, in usurpation of the powers of the appointing authorities. What's your answer to that, Mr. Mnene?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. First, to note that this is a ground or particulars that were presented before the previous impeachment motion, in which I appeared as a witness before this honorable Senate, and I can confirm that this was one of the grounds. And the allegation that has been made is not true. The governor did not dismiss Dr. Ntoiti, Paul Mwaki, Kenneth Mbae, and Joseph Kithure, but Dr. Ntoiti resigned. Paul Mwaki served his term, which his contract ended on, I believe, 15th December 2023. Kenneth Mbae left, actually abandoned. In that matter, the decision that they are seeking to rely on, you realize that Kenneth Mbae did not return back to work after the court quashed the county secretary, the former county secretary's letter sending Kenneth Mbae on compulsory leave. He did not resume his work, so he abandoned work. And Joseph Kithure served his term to conclusion, until it was terminated by lapse of time. So, and also the allegation that the county government of Meru has been slapped with the 4 million in that decision. It is not true. It is not a correct observation. The county government, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, is not a party to that employment and labor relations dispute. And in the same decision, in the same order, the general damages that were granted of cumulative general damages of 1 million.
Perhaps very quickly, Mr. Munene, if you could refer the House to the specific documents they wish to rely on.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, page 68 of the bundle of documents, volume 1B of the governor's bundle of documents, it's a request for confirmation on employment of Dr. John Toiti, made by the county secretary to the Nairobi County Secretary, Nairobi County. And on page 69 is a resignation of Dr. John Toiti, dated 14th November 2023. Page 70 of that bundle of documents is a letter from Nairobi City County confirming that confirming the employment status of Dr. John Toiti, that Dr. John Toiti is an employee of Nairobi City County. Page 71 of volume 1B of the bundle of documents, it is a notice of appeal indicating that the parties, the respondent, they disagreed with the decision of the court, and they have preferred an appeal against that decision.
Mr. Munene, I think that is sufficient. I'll move to the final issue. The governor has been accused of having a bloated workforce in his office. What's the response to that, Mr. Munene?
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I confirm that there is such an allegation of bloated workforce, and that allegation, there was a similar allegation in the previous motion in which I also appeared as a witness, whereby the governor is accused of having a bloated workforce. There are documents on the contrary to indicate that the governor has been categorical on the issue of controlling the wage bill in the county. That is by minimizing any hiring or replacements. Through the assistance of my advocate, I want to get to that page. This is employment. Page 170 of volume 1B, bundle of documents. This is a letter from the secretary. It's an internal memo from the secretary, County Public Service Board, to the Chief of Staff. It is dated 17th October 2023. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it's of importance to note that at 17th October 2023, it is the same week that the second impeachment motion was drafted and debated at the County Assembly. This was an allegation that, the document that they sought to rely on, they relied on those documents then, and they're still the same document that they're relying on. In this letter, dated 5th October 2023, on page 170, the County Public Service Board, the Secretary of the County Public Service Board is communicating to the Chief of Staff that we would like to inform you that we have exhausted the available vacancies in the office of the governor as per the Transition Authority Circular of 6th September 2013. We have concluded on the recruitment process for staff in the governor's office. Attached, please find the list of the officers who have been so far employed in the office of the governor. And Mr. Speaker, honorable members, that list has 29 employees, 19 directly under the governor's office, and 10 under the deputy governor's office. Surprisingly, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, by a letter dated 6th October 2023, that is the following day, the first letter is dated 5th October 2023. The second letter comes on, it's dated 6th October 2023, but delivered on 5th December 2023. That is after the impeachment motion. The first letter is dated, appearing on page 170, is dated 5th October, but was sent to the Chief of Staff on 17th October when it is received. The second letter is dated, appearing on page 175 of the same bundle of documents. It is dated 6th October 2023 and received on 5th December 2023. Page 175, volume 1B of the Governor's bundle of documents. This letter, the bond has appointed Gitobu Tunu Gatweri as an administrative officer to replace Ellen Bahati Matilu, who left service. She will be placed in the Deputy Governor's office. This is therefore to give you authority to loan her into the payroll.
What was the response to that?
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, by a letter dated 15th December 2023, it's appearing on page 173, volume 1B of this document. The Chief of Staff responds on authority to loan in the payroll and indicates that it has been brought to our attention that by a letter dated 6th October, you have ordered the Chief Officer in charge of Public Service Management to loan a certain Gitobu Tunu Gatweri, whom you have apparently appointed as an administrative officer, employee under the office of the Governor. This is a protest letter, and on page 174, the letter runs to page 174 of specific importance before this honorable assembly, and Mr. Speaker, honorable members, is that the Chief of Staff says, be reminded also that solely the Governor has previously and including in the recent impeachment proceedings, both the brunt of allegations of bloated workforce under the office of the Governor, and is not willing to preside over further appointments and overloading of the payroll as suggested by your latest communication. And in the same memo is saying that be advised that there is an administrative officer at the Deputy Governor's office who was deployed and has been there from 23rd February 2023. So the Governor is resisting any addition.
Thank you, Mr. Menene. I think you have been clear beyond peradventure. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'll close there in chief. You'll wait for questions, Mr. Menene. Okay, the witness seems to have one more issue to clarify as counsel of
Very well.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, there is also an allegation that has been raised on the issue of that the Governor has been accused of ABU's office for paying Kiabi Christas Manyara his full salary while still in remand. I'm aware that the County Public Service Bond, pursuant to sections 59(1)(c) of the County Government Act, is the one mandated with the disciplinary powers. The County Public Service Bond, it has the disciplinary powers, and when it comes to the issue of interdiction of an employee, it is the role of the County Public Service Bond to do the interdiction. And on disciplinary powers, at times the County Public Service Bond has delegated its disciplinary powers through some authorized officers. And I'm aware, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, that the Governor is not an authorized officer within the meaning of section 86 of the County Government Act. So it cannot be said that the Governor has failed to interdict an employee under the public service. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Menene.
For the record, Mr. Speaker, my name is Mwangza. I'll be taking about 10 minutes in cross. Bwana Dixon.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, yes. Yes, sir.
How are you, Bwana Dixon?
I'm fine, thank you.
I refer you to your affidavit at page 24 of your documents, specifically paragraph 3 of your affidavit. You depone the issue of the revocation of the appointment, correct?
Yes.
Do you dispute that Ms. Miriti was appointed?
No, I don't.
Now, you have also deponed that the appointment was not legal, and you have deponed the issue of revocation of the appointment, correct?
Correct.
And it is your evidence that the revocation was pursuant to the legal advice.
Correct.
And you're on record that the legal advice was done both by yourself and the alleged legal advisor.
Correct.
Now, have you brought to this Senate an original copy of that legal advice?
No.
Do you have even a certified copy?
No.
Now, I take you to that legal advice, Bwana Munene. The legal advice is to be found at page 11 of the governor's bundle of documents,
Yes.
volume 1B, honorable members. Now, in that legal advice, legal opinion, Bwana Munene, page 11 of the governor's response, volume 1B, marked as KM5. That legal advice, Bwana Munene, do we have someone signing off as who is the author of that document? At the last page, page 12.
It indicates legal advisor.
Do you have it reflecting the name?
No, it does not reflect the name.
It doesn't reflect the name of either the alleged legal advisor or your own or your own name, does it?
It does not.
Honorable Senators, I want to move with you to the affidavit of one Linda Gaki Kiome that was filed yesterday before the Senate, yesterday afternoon. I hope we all have that affidavit. It's a standalone affidavit that was filed yesterday afternoon by Linda Gaki Kiome. Now, Mr. Munene, do you have that affidavit?
No.
And in that affidavit, there is an annexure.
I don't have the affidavit.
You can supply a copy.
Okay.
Please look at the last annexure that was applied by Linda Gaki Kiome, the notice of intention to terminate your contract. Do you have that copy, Mr. Munene?
Yes, I am there.
Can you read the second sentence, paragraph that starts with the word, the reason for termination?
The reason for termination is due to your perennial unavailability to offer legal advice as and whenever the governor requires you.
The second sentence, the sentence preceding before that or after that?
You have also disheartened your obligation as a legal advisor to the governor and instead concentrated on your schedule as a council member of the LSK and also in the running of your law firm.
Now,
which
Mr.
you are
Munene,
sole
stop at that.
proprietor.
So this is an notice of intention to terminate the contract of Linda Gaki Kiome, correct?
Yes.
And the reasons for termination is perennial unavailability and desertion of work, correct?
Correct.
And what is the meaning of the word perennial? Is it not annually, perennially?
Many times.
Many
several.
times. When is the date of this letter?
26th March 2024.
26th?
March 2024.
Proceed to the sentence that begins with the word "when the governor."
When the governor raised this concern over the same issue in December 2023, and in an attempt to amicably resolve it, you intimated that due to the exigencies of your schedule, you contemplated resigning.
In December, which year?
2023.
That means that as of December 2023, the governor already had issues with her legal advisor, one Linda Gaki-Kiome, correct?
It indicates so.
Is that not the inference?
That is what it infers.
Now, I take you back to the internal memo, Mr. Sorry, before I take you back to the internal memo, I take you to the date of the internal memo. When is the date of the internal memo?
23rd February 2024.
23rd?
February 2024.
A date coming after the governor having issues with her legal advisor, correct?
Correct.
A date coming after the governor having identified that her legal advisor has perennially deserted work, correct?
Not correct.
Do you want me to take you back to the intention to terminate?
Yes, which is coming on 26th March 2024. That is when the issue of perennial that is coming. Yes, 26th March 2024.
Thank you. Now, the paragraph that says when the governor raised this concern over the same issue, what issue was the governor raising in the month of December 2023 with her legal advisor, Mr. Munene? Is it not the issue of perennial unavailability and desertion of work?
It talks about exigencies of the schedule and contemplating. Yes, it is.
Is it not the issue of perennial unavailability and desertion?
Yes.
As of December 2023?
Yes.
The governor had problems with her legal advisor for being unavailable at work?
Yes.
Yet in 23rd February 2024, the legal advisor is in a capacity to advise the governor. Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Now, if we are to look at the veracity and the legality of that opinion, Mr. Munene, which you have admitted that you did indeed give for issue, and as an advocate, what's the legality of that opinion in light of Section 58.5 of the County Government Act? Can I take you there, kindly?
Yes, sure.
Section 58.5 is to be found at our volume 3, the County Assembly Bundle, volume 3. County Assembly Bundle, volume 3, at page 51. At page 51. Page 50 and page 51, section 58 is about composition of the County Public Service Board. Mr. Munene, can you kindly read section 58.5 of the County Government Act?
I am not there yet, so if you could be assistant with a copy.
Kindly.
Thank you.
Page 51.
Yes.
Can you kindly read?
The members of the board may only be removed from office on grounds set out for the removal of members of a constitutional commission under Article 251(1) of the Constitution, and by a vote of not less than 75% of all members of the County Assembly.
That is the process of removing a member of the board, correct?
Yes, but not an ex-officio member of the board.
Wasn't Ms. Miriti appointed to the board?
She was an ex-officio
Yes
member
or no?
of the board.
Is she not a secretary?
She's a secretary.
Does this fly on the face?
Sergeant at arms. Sergeant at Arms, is everything okay?
Mr. I hope my time was post, Honorable Speaker. Now, Mr. Munene, it's your evidence that the...
Just hold on, Council.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Now, Mr. Munene, it is your evidence that the Secretary is an ex-officio member.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Can you kindly look at page 50 of the same volume 3 band of the County Assembly, section 58(1) on the composition of the board? Are you there?
Yes, I am there.
What is the composition of the board?
The County Public Service Board shall comprise a chairperson appointed in accordance with section 58A, at least...
C, specifically C, go to section 58, subsection 1, C.
I'm on 58, at least 3 but not more than 5 members appointed in accordance with section 58A, a certified public secretary.
A certified?
Public secretary.
So is a certified public secretary a member of the board?
An ex-officio member.
But a member of the?
An ex-officio member.
Where is the issue of ex-officio on section 58(1)C?
Because
constrain yourself to that section. Is a secretary a member of the board? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, in respect of section 58(5), is the procedure depicted under section 58(5) the procedure for removal of the secretary? Correct?
It's for the members of the board.
And the secretary, correct?
Article 251.
No. Mr. Munene, section 58(5), the members of the board may only be removed from office pursuant to section 58(5), correct?
Yes, and Article 251.
Yes or no?
Correct.
Now, in respect to the legal opinion, doesn't that legal opinion that you claim to have given fly on the face of section 58(5) and Article 251? Yes or no?
No.
Now, Mr. Munene, I take you to the question of boards. As paragraph 6 of your affidavit, you've deponed that the letter by the County Secretary dated 18th June 2023 was forwarded to the County Assembly in the name of Japhet Dombi, correct?
Correct.
Were you copied in those letters? Were you copied?
Take me to the letter, I'll confirm whether I was copied or not.
Honorable Senators, the said letters are to be found at volume 1B, of the Governor's...
Order, Honorable Senators, there is a lot of loud consultations. Kindly, let's hear the witness in silence.
Volume 1B, the Governor's bundle, is marked as KM 9A at page 53.
Yes, I am not copied in that letter.
That letter dated 18th June, are you copied?
I am not.
How did you become aware?
By virtue of my position as a county executive committee member.
How did you become aware? Were you copied?
I am not copied in the letter.
How did you become aware with the information?
By virtue of my position in the county executive.
Who informed you?
Yeah.
Who informed you?
The county secretary.
Is he testifying in this Senate today?
No.
Now, there was a response that you responded to the various requests by the county assembly, particularly the letter by the clerk seeking clarification on the missing information. That letter is to be found to be found in page 60 of the same bundle, the governor's bundle. It's marked as KM9H.
Yes, I'm there.
Is received 21st July 2023. Is a letter by the office of the clerk. Now, Mr. Munene, I kindly refer you to the last paragraph of that letter.
Yes.
Can you kindly read the last paragraph?
Yes.
Page 60. The Governor's Bundle, Volume 1B.
Kindly also feel free to provide any other additional information regarding the nominations that may facilitate the county assembly to effectively discharge its mandate. We look forward to your response and clarifications.
And the preceding paragraph, we are therefore
kindly asking for more information / clarification regarding the availability / existence of vacancies in the offices within which the nominations are being made in order to facilitate their transmission to the county assembly for consideration. This will enable the county assembly to...
Stop there, Bwana Munene.
Okay.
Did you ever forward a response in terms of providing the necessary information as required by the clerk? Yes or no?
Yes.
Where is the evidence? Kindly take us the evidence, quickly.
It's on page 54, volume 1B, Governor's Bundle of Documents.
Did you provide the evidence on the further and better particulars as sought in terms of further information?
It is talking / clarifications. It is providing a clarification.
Now, let me take you to our bundle where were you not appointing members of the board to non-existent positions or positions that have already been filled up?
No.
Honorable members, we are referring to page 52 of the County Assembly response. Volume 2, Honorable Senators. Page 52, Volume 2 of the County Assembly documents. It's at page 52, Volume 2 of the County Assembly documents, exhibits. Now, Bwana Munene, can you kindly read out that Gazette notice? Page 52, Honorable Senators.
Should I read from here?
Mr. Munene, very quickly, time is not with us. Can you read out the Gazette notice number?
Gazette notice number 538, the Constitution of Kenya, the county
Read
government
it. Time,
Act.
Mr. Munene, can you go to the content of the Gazette notice? It is notified.
Okay. It is notified for public information that the governor of the county government of Meru has extended the period of appointment of the Meru County Revenue Bond contained in Gazette Notice number 5202 of 2017 for a period of 3 years with effect from the 15th December 2020.
So is that not an extension of the office bearers then,
Yes, it is.
as at 15th December 2020,
As at 6th December 2020. The Gazette Notice
expiring
is dated,
for a period of,
the Gazette Notice is
Mr.
dated 6th December 2020.
is dated
And
15th
it says
November.
that the extension will be with effect with 15th December 2020. To take place
When was the extension to expire? When was it to expire, Mr. Munene?
on 14th December 2023.
14th December 20?
23.
Now, in your letter dated 18th,
September 2023.
in your letter, the letter at the governor's bundle, honorable senators, at page 54. When you read that as against the county, the letter by the county, the office of the clerk at page 60. Mr. Munene, at page 60 of the governor's bundle, Mr. Munene, at page 60, we are therefore kindly asking for more information, clarification regarding the availability, existence of vacancies in the office within which the nominations are being made. Is that so?
Which paragraph is that?
Wasn't the clerk asking for information as to which office the members were being nominated to?
Yes, through clarification.
As at 21st July 2023?
Yes.
And that is what you responded by your letter dated 18 September 2023?
Yes.
Did you supply information as to which office that you are nominating those members?
It sought information through clarification.
Did you supply?
Yes, the clarification.
Yes
was
or no?
supplied.
Did you supply? Did you clarify that the office was already having office bearers?
Yes.
Were these office bearers in office on 18 September 2023?
Yes.
To which office were you nominating members?
The nominees of the County Revenue Board are made in anticipation of their lapse of term on 14th December 2023. That is the clarification.
Mr. Speaker, I cede my few minutes to my colleague, Mr. Kawira. And Mr. Ndego.
Mr. Munene, the letters appearing on pages 54, 55 to 56. You must be aware that the County Assembly contends that those documents are outright forgeries, correct?
Sorry?
The documents appearing from pages 54 to 56 of the Governor's Volume 1B, you are aware that you contend that those documents are forgeries, correct?
Yes.
And because his allegation was brought out yesterday,
Yes.
and the clerk was here,
Yes.
have you sought the leave of the Speaker or made any attempts to bring the delivery note of these 3 letters that you purport and that you say you are aware they were received by the office of the clerk?
No,
You've not made such an attempt.
we have not made the attempt.
Okay. Is it a coincidence that these 3 letters, and Mr. Speaker, I do not purport to be a forensic examiner or a forensic expert or a document examiner rather, but is it a coincidence that these 3 letters that were in different months, in fact in different years, is it a coincidence that the 3 of them were stamped on the same place, different months, different years?
What do you mean by same place?
Just look at the letterhead of those 3 letters.
They are stamped on different pages.
Stamp, yes, but same place, correct?
Not same.
Okay, I'll leave the honorable senators to draw their own conclusion. Mr. Munene, you said that there is a requirement that the County Assembly actually table and adopt a resolution with respect to petitions that are made by members of the public. Is that your position?
Sorry?
Is there a requirement, or what is your position with regard to, was there a requirement rather, this is the question, was there a requirement that a resolution be passed by the County Assembly for the removal of those officers? there is a chief of staff and the county secretary, pursuant to that public petition. Is there a requirement in law?
The requirement is that the resolution, the report is tabled to the, back to the county assembly.
No, is there a requirement? Because you say that there's a requirement that a resolution be passed by the county assembly. That there is debate and a resolution passed. Is there such a requirement in law?
The letter makes reference to resolutions of the assembly, not of the committee, of the assembly.
Yes. Let me refer you to that report. That is Honorable Speaker, that is volume 2 of the assembly documents, the exhibits in support of the impeachment motion, at page 140. Page 140 of volume 2 of the county assembly documents. At 5.2, you will see the committee's recommendations. Is that the assembly or the committee's recommendations?
These are the committee's recommendations.
And what is recommendation number 2? That the governor do dismiss the county secretary and the chief of staff, correct?
Yes.
I'll refer you to our volume 4. Our volume 4, Honorable Speaker, the county assembly documents. Volume 4, that is at page 295. Volume 4 of the county assembly documents, that is, those are the standing orders. Are you there?
Yes, I am there.
Page 295 of volume 4 of the county assembly documents. On committee of petitions, I'll read it out and you tell me whether you agree with it. Every petition presented or reported pursuant to this part shall stand committed to the relevant sectoral committee. 2, whenever a petition is committed to a sectoral committee, the committee shall in not more than 60 calendar days from the time of reading the prayer respond to the petitioner by way of a report addressed to the petitioner or petitioners and laid on the table of the assembly, and no debate. And no debate on or in relation to the report shall be allowed, but the speaker may, in exceptional circumstances, allow comments or observations in relation to the report, to the petitions for not more than 20 minutes. So, do you still maintain the position that there needed to be a debate and a resolution passed by the county assembly in light of this standing order on the public petition that was passed by the county assembly of Meru?
You did not get me clearly. I think that the resolution that you are making reference to of the assembly.
Yes.
You said resolutions of the county assembly.
Yes.
Which are in existence. We do not have in the bundle of your documents resolutions of the county assembly adopting that report, and that is that is your allegation.
I'll refer you, Mr. Munene, to page. Volume 2, volume 2 of the county assembly documents. Mr. Speaker, the first paragraph. Kindly read out that first paragraph.
Reference is made to the above mentioned subject matter.
The second paragraph, I'm sorry, the second paragraph.
On Wednesday, 13th December 2023, during the afternoon sitting, the Joint Committee on Labor, Public Service and Social Welfare and the Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs and Cohesion presented and lent their response to petition number 5 of 2023 by way of a report of their findings on the alleged gross violations of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and other statutory laws by various county executive committee members and chief officers within the county government of Meru to the assembly.
Mr. Munene, what is irregular about this communication by the clerk to the petitioners in view of the fact that that report was laid on the floor?
Yeah, the allegation here is on the county secretary and chief of staff. This particular paragraph I have read does not even mention the county secretary or chief of staff. It is talking about county executive committee
fair enough.
members.
It is the heading. It is a response to which petition? Petition number 5 of 2023, correct?
Let me read.
It is petition number 5 of 2023, correct, Mr. Munene?
Mine is not clear.
Honorable Speaker, I think the witness is now filibustering. I'll end it at that. I'll leave
No,
the
he just said his copy is not clear, and therefore he couldn't read it. Just provide him with a clear copy, we conclude this.
Very well. On my copy, it is petition number 5 of 2023. Can you see that?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, petition number 5 of 2023.
Mr. Munene, to the best of your knowledge, is that the petition that was presented by 1611 members of the public?
Sorry?
To the best of your knowledge, Mr. Munene, is that the petition that was presented by 1611 members of the public with respect to all these officers, chief officers, CECMs?
Yes, it is.
And the county secretary as well?
Unless I confirm.
Unless you confirm.
Yes.
I'll leave it at that, Honorable Speaker.
Mr. Munene, I'll be very brief with you. Kindly confirm that prior to your admission as an advocate, you underwent a rigorous training in the advocates training program, correct?
I confirm.
And that during that training, you must have interacted with a topic called legal drafting, correct?
Legal drafting?
You must have been trained in legal drafting, correct or not correct?
Correct.
And as such, I refer you to the opinion by the questioned opinion by Advocate Linda. In that drafting, you are taught on how to do legal document, correct or not correct?
Correct.
For example, you are taught on how to draft a letter, yes?
Yes.
And any other legal correspondence, correct?
Yes.
And you are told the characters that must appear on any legal document, yes?
Not all.
You are taught on the characters that must appear on any legal document, yes or no?
Yes.
And as such, in any legal document, there must be an identification of the person drafting that document, yes?
Yes.
Kindly look at that document.
I am on it.
Does it bear the person drafting it?
Yes.
Look at where the signature is purportedly embossed or placed. Does it bear the person drafting it?
Yes. Legal advisor.
No. What is the name of the person who drafted that document?
The name is not there, but the title is.
That is not there, correct?
Yes.
That is what you are taught in law school, yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Let me finally ask you one more question. You communicated to the Senate that you also act as a legal advisor, correct?
Sorry?
You said that you advised the governor.
Yes.
In conjunction with Linda on how to deal with that issue of the CEO, correct?
Yes.
And that you acted as a legal advisor, correct?
Yes.
What is your job description? What is your job description, Mr. Munene?
To advise the governor.
What is your constitutional job description? Are you a legal advisor or are you a CEC?
I am a CEC.
You are a CEC?
Yes.
Who also doubles up as a legal advisor, correct?
That is part of my...
I'm asking, who also doubles up?
Yes.
So you have two job descriptions, correct?
Part of advice...
You have two job descriptions, Mr. Munene?
No.
Kindly look at the TA, Transitional Authority document appearing on volume 3, volume 2, at page 'That one, the Transition Authority. Ulikuwa umetoa. Transition Authority, you had it. A moment.
Page 2, it is page 191.
Page 191.
Of volume 2.
Volume 2. Is it that one? See, yeah. Okay, just get it. But before we go to that, as I look for it, Mr. Munene, you are aware? Mr. Munene?
Yes.
176. Wachana na katiba. Haiko hapo.
It's the act.
One. Page 178, Honorable Senators. You are aware that there was a transitional authority that was constituted that was to oversee the transition from the local government to the county government, correct?
I'm aware.
And that during that particular of trying to formulate the county government, they issued a communique dated 16th of September 2013, correct?
Correct.
And that document creates the offices that were to work under the governor's office, yes?
Yes.
And that you as a CEC is part of what is contemplated, yes?
No, it is not. CC is in the County Government Act. It's not in the transition.
Honorable Senators, I'm looking at page 108 or 180 of that document. Yes? Volume 2, page 180. Mr. Munene?
Yes, I'm there.
Can you see where there is a provision for the legal advisor?
Yes.
Are you the legal advisor to the governor?
No.
Thank you. No further questions.
The County Assembly, are you done with your cross-examination?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Okay. The Council for Governor, you may re-examine your witness.
Mr. Munene, I'll have a few questions for you, just for clarification.
Thank you.
Council for the Assembly starting point was on the governor's legal advisor.
Yes.
How many advisors does the governor have?
3. We have a political advisor, economic advisor, and legal advisor.
Mr. Munene, are you among the legal advisors?
No.
Thank you. You have been shown the legal advisory through an internal memo that was issued by the legal advisor. To you, is that in contention?
It is not.
As a legal practitioner, was it necessary for the name to be indicated?
Not necessary. It's an internal memo. It's actually it's a legal advice, not a legal opinion, as I did.
Thank you. Is there an active matter in court between the said Linda Kiome and the Honorable Governor?
There is.
Has that matter been determined yet?
No, it's still active.
Thank you. You are shown an affidavit by Linda Kiome. Do you have that affidavit with you?
Yes, I do.
When was the notice of intention to terminate issued?
It is dated 26th March 2024.
Was there a subsisting relationship as of December 2023, as a matter of fact?
Yes, there was.
Thank you. An insinuation or innuendo was passed that the advisor was unavailable completely. Are you in a position to confirm whether it was sporadic appearance or total shutdown, unavailability?
She was not totally unavailable. She was available, but there was perennial absence that was noted.
Thank you for that clarification.
And the other
That will
thing
be
is
all.
that she was still earning a salary, so she was still an employee of the governor. She earned a salary until the date of the lapse of the notice. She was an employee until 30th April 2024. A legal advisor.
Thank you, Mr. Mnene. That will be all for this witness.
Honorable Senators, for those who wish to seek for clarification or questions or pose questions to the witness, this is the moment. Senator Muma.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I have some 2 or 3 questions to you, witness. The first question relates to charge number 1. Is there a difference between revocation and dismissal or removal from office? That is question number 1. Question number 2. Is the Secretary or CEO of the Meru County Public Service Board an ex-officio member, or they are a member they are a voting member of that board? And then finally, is it the practice that I can be a CEO of an institution and at the same time a holder of an office in the same institution? So I have taken leave of absence from being an officer in order to be a CEO in the same organization. Is that part of good governance practice in human resource? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. I start with the first question on revocation and dismissal. Those are, in my opinion, and which I believe is the opinion of the law, revocation is different from dismissal. An appointment is made pursuant to certain condition precedents of qualifications. And the moment the appointing authority realizes that those qualifications have not been met, they have that residual right to recall the appointment, which is technically revocation. It is recalling an appointment. Dismissal, it's a dismissal pursuant to Section 41 of the Employment Act. Thank you. The other question on whether the secretary of the county public service board is an ex-officio member or a voting member, I confirm that the county secretary, the secretary of the county public service board does not have a voting right in the county public service board. As such, she is an ex-officio member. And Article 251, sub-Article 1 on their removal indicates, excludes actually ex-officio member. Says that a member other than an ex-officio member may be removed pursuant to that provision. So the secretary of the county public service board is not immune to provision of Section 58. Lastly, it is not good governance practice for a person to take a position of a CEO and continue to be a public officer in the same institution. The court has rendered its opinion on that severally, and it has indicated that you cannot freeze one position for 6 years take another position, await the 6 years to lapse, and come back and purport to continue in that previous position that you had taken?
Senator Sige.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Munene, I derive my question from the two letters that you took us through in bundle 1B, that is the governor's evidence, appearing at page 170 and 175. The first one letter received on dated 5th of October 2023, received on the 12th of October 2023. And the second, which is of interest to me, is appearing at page 175, dated 6th of October 2023, received on 5th of December 2023. In that second memo, there is a gentleman, Gitobu Tunu, who is appointed to replace one Helen Bahati Matilu. Recall in your earlier letter, you indicated that the workforce within the office of the governor and the deputy governor comprised 29 employees. I can't see the name of Helen Bahati Matilu in that list of 29. Could you confirm that indeed that was the position, or the communication referred to a completely different person not within the employee of the deputy governor's personnel?
You may proceed to respond, witness.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. I confirm that Helen Bahati Matilu was the one that being replaced, and in the letter that indeed in the letter that